7 signs he lacks self-confidence. Welcome to Coffee with Carey. If you're new here, I'm a dating coach and a matchmaker. I thought this episode could be helpful, not just for the women. You'll recognize a man who has no self-confidence, but I thought that for the guys to know what is giving away that lack of self-confidence, how we define that, what the telltale signs are. I think everybody could benefit from these 7 signs that someone is lacking confidence and what we recognize as those signs as we're dating. If you think you might find that interesting, intriguing, or helpful, I hope you will stick around. That's what's on the agenda. Self-deprecating humor is something I personally find charming, and I know there are other people who are like me and feel the same. But if it's a constant thing, if it's not funny, it's just kind of sad, that is a telltale sign that somebody is putting themselves down in a self-deprecating way because they truly don't feel they deserve the opposite of that. And you might know that this is the case by figuring out also whether they're decent at accepting a compliment, which is sometimes hard for people. But if you don't have self-confidence, you're never going to be able to say, well, thank you, without going, that's not true. Just yesterday, I was the opposite of what you just gave me a compliment for. No need to do that. So you see what I'm saying? This is helpful both for men and women. If you're doing these things, stop doing them. While you work on your confidence and you're watching those episodes on what you can do to build your confidence and what you can do to appear more confident, take heed of these things and do the opposite, and that will jumpstart you into the process of truly being able to have that self-confidence that you should. Number 2, he finds it super hard to make decisions. And I'm not talking about where to go for dinner because nobody can make that decision. I'm talking about life decisions, more important decisions. And mostly this is because he's not confident in his choice and he doesn't want to make the wrong decision. Obviously applicable to women as well, right? We don't need to worry what people will think and weigh our decisions over and over again, playing it out in a multitude of ways once we've been through it once. Make your list of things that are your priorities, your pros and cons, and figure out what it's going to be for you. Take a chance, do the best you can to make the right decisions, and the consequences are the consequences. Oftentimes things are not irreversible. You can change your mind. But being wishy-washy is not a sign of confidence and something we probably all recognize when we see it. Being kind and giving is a very positive and a great quality to have, but always putting yourself second to other people's needs, that's being a people pleaser. So, and especially if you are resenting people taking advantage of you in that way, and your kindness is no longer authentic, it's a resentment, that's a sign of low self-esteem. This next one has to do with criticism. People who don't have good self-confidence or self-esteem take constructive criticism to heart and are turned off by that. They don't want to hear it. And on the other side of that coin, they also read criticism into things that are not being critical. So if you're seeing these two things in a person, you can recognize that this is probably about their self-confidence. They're too sensitive, they wound easily, and they feel attacked as opposed to taking constructive criticism as an opportunity for improvement or learning. Number 5, a sign that someone doesn't have self-esteem is they don't put themselves as a priority to take care of themselves. They don't think they deserve somehow to get the best treatment, even from their own selves. So if they don't prioritize their health or their diet or getting enough sleep or their relationships with family, that's a sign somebody is lacking in self-esteem and sometimes even self-respect. Next up is people who are lacking self-confidence often compare themselves to others. I know somebody who used to say, is he better looking than me? Like about actors on TV. I mean, like, yeah. But that's a waste of time because we're not here to compare against other people. That's not important. We don't know that this person that you're comparing yourself to has all the other fine qualities you have. So you're wasting time just focusing on one aspect of somebody. We're all so different and unique with our own gifts to make comparisons is really just a sign of lack of confidence. And then finally, number 7 is that a person who lacks confidence finds themselves settling in lots of situations, not just a relationship, but maybe even where they choose to live, or the job, or the pay they get for the job, or who they choose to date or get as a girlfriend or boyfriend. Self-confidence is knowing that you deserve what you think you deserve because you're kind and you're good. And there will be opportunities based on the fact that you're a good person and you have plenty to offer. Comparing to what other people have to offer is useless, but being the best version of yourself is very, very powerful, especially if you can tap into that positivity. It takes you so far. So for you gals, that is what you will see in somebody who is lacking self-confidence. That doesn't mean you shouldn't date them or get to know them. That means they're struggling with something. That means that they have some work to do. Don't tell me you don't have work to do on something else, if not that. We all have areas where we're not self-confident. And if you're a fella and you saw yourself in some of those examples, it's just an opportunity for improvement. It's just an opportunity to work on this in particular, because you deserve to go out there feeling like you're the best version of yourself. I hope you found that helpful and interesting. If you did, give the episode a thumbs up. That's my mom. She's making a suggestion as well, chiming in saying, yes, do that. And mostly I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, because I'm trying to get to a goal of 50% of my viewers being subscribers as well. We've got a ways to go. I'll look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, have a good one.